At OLMC, we honoured the learner and the voice of the learner. We actually asked them what they want to learn about. So our teachers had made assumptions about the children and their needs, and therefore the program that needed to be presented to them, and that didn't fit with the actual reality. So it's really about making sure that capacity of the teachers to be able to open up and see that, my goodness, these kids can actually do these things, and it doesn't matter if we don't know the answer at the end of the road, we'll find out together. Being on a learning journey rather than having them saying, I'm in charge, I'll tell you what to do or what to think.
I chose feedback because to some people it can mean 1,000 words, and it can help you learn and see what your weaknesses are and what are you good at.
And you can share ideas?
Yeah.
I choose thinking, and I think thinking is the most important because, for example, if you're focusing on a subject, for example, Europe, if you could read others' comments before you work, you could almost like mix others' comments together and maybe cheat. But Verso did something different. They let us respond before we comment, so we don't actually have to cheat and learn more.
The thing that Verso has really done for the group of colleagues whom I work with, approximately 40, has really sharpened their focus, especially on their questioning. The amount of questioning they do in a lesson, for example, but more importantly, the depth of the questioning. So Verso has really focused on their professional development and focused them very much in their own minds on the pedagogy behind asking higher order questions and where that can lead to really authentic learning within their rooms. It's so simple that any child, any parent, anyone can just pick it up and use it straight away. The ease of that pickup then translates into, I believe, the ease of teachers becoming far more comfortable and prepared to use it in a classroom situation.
I introduced the activities in my classroom and it absolutely took flight and they loved it. Verso helped my students to share and connect ideas, but above all, it gave me really honest opinions and honest answers to the questions that I thought were really important. The app for me absolutely blew my mind because it really made me realise that my questioning needed to change in order to help my students become creative, independent thinkers and really reach a deep level of understanding. Every child in my classroom now has a voice, and I think the students really appreciate that all of their comments, all of their sharing is anonymous. Instead of just being me asking and asking and asking, they were now asking the questions. They got very excited over how many likes they were getting, and that was fantastic. They went off and they liked absolutely everything. And then as we continued to grow, they started to then stop and think about why they liked the comments and why they liked the different sharing that they were hearing from each other. And that really helped them to go and reflect on their own data and on their own ideas, because they could use each other to help each other learn.
I chose data and scores, as you can see what you have achieved while using Verso. When people like your response, they're not choosing to like you, they're choosing to like your response.
Like anything you learn on Verso, you can like transfer it into your class time learning. So like if you comment something, someone, so on my one I said something like what I just said now, and then they're writing like, there's like been 11 comments, and so from that I can improve that in my schoolwork and class discussions.
Through Verso, we have built a really authentic and honest and trusting learning community where I'm just another source of information and we're all learning together. We're just on this journey of learning.
When you honour the learner, when you honour them and where they've come to, then you're less likely to sweep what they have or what they bring to it under the rug. And if you don't ask them, what do you know, then you won't ever know, you'll make assumptions. Once you start to see what our children can actually do, they will blow you away.